Okay, as soon as this woman stops complaining, I'm gonna make a video. Let's see, is she done? Okay. Dina and I joke a lot, if you couldn't tell, Isa. Okay, so let's see. Dina, when you play, the first thing you'll play on Loser with a Broken Heart is the pre-chorus. And that's the organ, which is the top board. And you do a scale from E flat. Then a two-note F chord, C and F. So it's, when I get the chance for love, I let it pass. It's not the first I lost, and it won't be the last, 'cause I'm a loser. So in the chorus, you're just gonna hold F and B flat. So what I recommend is using your left hand, and then getting your right hand ready for those high notes that go, because that's gonna be on the bottom board. So you're holding this down, with a broken heart, loser, tear me apart. Loser, and the loser is my name. And then the right hand chimes in with the electric piano. And it's black to black, white to black. And these are grace notes, so you don't really hear the first note. Now it's white to white, E to F. And then it's white to black, E to E flat, finishing with a D flat. So the whole line goes like this. Excuse me. And then you're out again. Or maybe it's down here. No, it's down here. I screwed that up. It's not that high. It's just this. Sorry, it's black to black. And then the band comes back in, and then you're just chilling. And then you do the left hand. Now, you could also just practice the left hand on the whole organ part. This is a little bit more natural on the left hand, that grip. 'Cause I'm a loser with a broken heart. Loser, tear me apart. Loser, and the loser is my name. Okay, and the second time around when we go to the trippy section, it's different. You gotta go. Then you go E to E flat, and the whole thing's slowing down just a little bit, like. And then the organ part starts. So maybe Dina, you do the last two notes with your left hand. So you go like this. Does that make sense? Okay. So now this is the trickiest part. Make sure this can see my hand. No, it can't. I'm gonna do it an octave lower. So it starts with F sharp and B. And these are just quarter notes. Then it's E and B flat. Repeat. This will all be an octave higher. Now, I drop my thumb, so I'm playing two black keys. Then I move down to the two white keys. And after two beats, I change the top one to a black key. Then I go to two white keys again, E and G. For 4, drop the E to E flat, then raise the G to A. So it's hard to hear without the bass, because they don't really sound like the right chords, but the whole thing is, I'm not asking much from love, not expecting much from love. If just once I could win, I would fall in love again. In the end, I know that. And then you get ready for the... That's it, dude. It's going to be amazing.